said. It'll be fun, they said. No, I'm not having any fun right now. Okay. I don't make the rules. We're just here for a good time, okay? I think that if you've made it thus far, you should just trust my opinion. I'm not okay. I can't even read anymore. I'm done. Good morning, guys. Happy Monday. Welcome to a new week. Welcome to a new vlog. I wanted to do something exciting today, and that's gonna be reading fantasy for a week, like the whole week, because I've got a good few fantasy books that I really want to get through before the end of the month, because I feel like I read like a fiction, some romance, and now I'm like, okay, maybe I should like put in a little fantasy in there. So because I still have like July and some of August to like read more romances, so I'm really feeling like in the mood. Anyway, first we have Serpent and the Wings of Night. I got these tabs to match and these highlighters and markers, whatever. I don't know what I was trying to say. Anyway, I've already started this. I started this on my Kindle a week or two ago. And I was just kind of reading it whenever I didn't want to hold a book or I was at work and had downtime. Then I would just read on my Kindle because we were really slow there for a minute. So I was literally just reading for the first like hour of my shift. Anyway, I am so into it so far, and I just felt like I needed the physical copy so that I could like annotate it. And there's something about like physically being able to like see like how close I'm getting to the end that just like gets me going, like gets me in the groove. Anyway, there's just something a physical book can do that a Kindle cannot. I love my Kindle though. I really do. So I'm gonna figure out where I even am in this and then I'll let you know. But I know I'm not very far. I'm only on like maybe chapter 3. So excited to have this in my hands. Got the little tabbies to match. I wish there was a little bit more like of these colors in it, but I don't think I have any of those. But I am getting more tabs in like, I think 2 days my package comes. So I'll definitely show you those. And I'm getting more pens too to annotate. So I'm so excited. So I actually already made it to chapter 15 on my Kindle, which is 128. So that's pretty good. That's a pretty good chunk that I got out there. I don't even know how many pages are in this. Don't read for spoilers. Don't be spoiled. So yeah, clearly we have a lot to go, but I'm excited. Also, I'm playing Twilight Ambiance because vampires. So I love that. And Kitty is cuddling a book herself. She's currently cuddling Divine Rivals, which I just got last night from Amazon. She loves it so far. I think she likes it for the plot. So anyway, I'm going to work soon, but so far I have read like almost another 100 pages. We're like 90 pages, so I'm on like 210 now. I have hair on me. So yeah, I'm getting there. I'm like almost halfway, but not quite. We're getting there though. But I love it so far. I'm excited. Yeah, basically there's just like some teaming up going on. We're getting to know each other, a little bit more bonding, but I'm excited to get more through this. Good morning, guys. Welcome to day 3 of reading fantasy with me for a week. I did not read very much yesterday like I thought that I would, and I work later today, but not until like 4:30. It's currently like 10:15, and I'm about to literally sit here until I get ready to go to work and just read. So if I'm not done with this by tomorrow morning, it's a crime, like truly. I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna jump into the next one or if I'm gonna pick up another book. I'm not really sure yet. It just depends on how much of a cliffhanger this one leaves me with, but we are over halfway, like barely, or we might be like right at halfway actually. So at least there's that going for us. Read this book, they said. It'll be fun, they said. No, I'm not having any fun right now, okay? I'm like 40 pages from the end, and it's not fun anymore. Oh my god. I think I'm in denial. I'm in denial of this. Y'all, it's been like 10 more pages, and I'm still not having a good time, okay? I'm really not having a good time. Oh my god. Carissa, why would you do this to me? Why would you do that to us, to everyone? I can't even, like, I can't even comprehend what is currently happening. I never in my life thought I would be reading any of this. I just need y'all to know the book just changed a lot. I'm really mad about it. I'm really not okay. And I need to go to work. But I can't stop. Maybe I can read 30 pages in I don't know. We'll see. Hi guys. So welcome to day 4. Today's Wednesday. So, as you know, last night we finished Serpent and the Wings of Night. I didn't think that I would love this as much as I did. And I am obsessed. I'm so obsessed. This was so good. So good. I'm not sure if I'm going to pick up the second one today, only because I felt like this, it didn't wrap up, but like it didn't leave me on a cliffhanger, like where I was like, oh my god, what just happened? Like it's a little bit of a cliffhanger, like I want to know what's going to happen next, but it had a little bit of a wrap up. And just because I feel like I need to get into other things, I think I'm gonna read House in the Cerulean Sea, I think. I think this is the next read. I think it'll be good. So I'm gonna bring this with me today and I'm gonna start it. Hey guys. So it's the same day. I haven't even started reading The House of the Cerulean Sea yet, but oh, Kitty is all groomed. Now her head looks huge and her body is shaved. I promise she likes it. Good morning, guys. Today is Friday. Today we're finishing this. We have to, and I have high hopes. I think we can do it. There's only like almost 400 pages, and I'm 71 in, so we've got a lot of pages to get through, but we can do it. Like there's like nothing else I need to do today except go to work later. I didn't even purposely like put on this sweatshirt. I just wanted something really warm because it's kind of cold in here, and it kind of matches the vibe a little bit. Yeah. And then I got more of my tabs, the same ones that I got for Hannah, but these colors actually really match the cover pretty well. So I love that. Now I can just use my little one. But so far, my thoughts are that this writing is so unique and just like unmatched in my eyes. I don't even know how to explain it. It's kind of giving, I don't even know. It reminds me of like a fairy tale in a way. Like cozy fantasy is the perfect description for this. Something about it just like makes you feel like warm and fuzzy, but it's still like super interesting and like kind of mysterious and everything. So I'm very excited. But yeah, we literally just got to like the actual juicy stuff, so I'm gonna let you know how it keeps going, but so far I'm obsessed. Hey guys, I thought I'd give you a little update. I'm currently on chapter 10, 163 pages in, and I'm literally not letting myself get up until I hit 200 pages. Am I literally starving myself? Like, I'm not letting myself eat lunch until I get to 200 pages. Yes. Call me toxic. But I was just like looking at the aesthetic because I just wanted more aesthetic. I've basically just been listening to like the ocean on YouTube, and then now I put on Hufflepuff Common Room because this book is Hufflepuff. I am Hufflepuff, and this brings me so much joy. Good morning, guys. Today's Saturday. It was a long night, but I am currently listening to City of Bones, reminiscing, because I feel like I just know the beginning of the story so well, but I can't wait until it like starts getting like surprising. But I just got Starbucks. I got a venti chicken espresso with oat milk and 5 pumps of white mocha and then caramel drizzle, because whenever I went to Greece, we were leaving and they had white mocha shaken espresso like on the menu, and I was like, why don't we have that? And it tasted a lot better than just like a white mocha in my opinion. So yeah. And then I got a bacon gouda, love that. And we're gonna go home and we're gonna finish House in the Cerulean Sea today, and it's gonna be amazing, and I can't wait. Okay, I only have 100 pages left, and it's really done a number on me. Like, I just love all these characters so much, and I just love how like deep this book is. But yeah, I think we're finally about to like have a little bit of a like, not like a twist, but just like a little something here in a second. That's a little exciting. Yeah, I mean, so far this book has definitely been like kind of slower, but in like the best way. Like, it's just a cute little story, but there's so much like meaning and depth. Like, this is so, like, the writing is impeccable and so beautiful. Like, I literally feel like I'm in the story. I feel so connected. I like can feel the energy. It's so strange. Like, this is an auto-buy author from now on for me. Guys, I finished it! Ah! Oh my gosh, it was so good. Like, literally the entire time, I just felt like I was getting like the warmest hug in the world. I just felt so like warm and fuzzy inside. It literally like, it just gives you faith in like humanity again, and it just like points out its flaws in like such a good way. And that's what I love. It almost feels like a Disney story, because you know how Disney stories will like have a little adventure. I mean, there wasn't as much action in this as, you know, but there's always like that underlying like lesson. That's exactly how this felt, but it was like way more obvious, and more adult than like the little like children ones are. But also, I literally felt my inner child healing. Sorry, I have to go to work. Love this stuff, by the way. It's the Benefit cheek tint or whatever it is. Love it. It's good on your lips. But I literally felt my inner child healing the entire time. Like, they went on little adventures. They each had like their own little like spunky personalities and hobbies and like things that they love. And oh, you just like got attached to the kids like so easily. And you just watched Linus like change so much throughout the story, because he was just so used to his like super boring 9-to-5 like mundane life, where he literally only had a cat and he had no one else, and all he knew was his job, and that job was corrupt. And then he came and like found this family, and there was so much found family, oh my god, and it just like transformed him into something he couldn't ever even think that he could be. And it was just so, it was such a beautiful story, and it ended so well. If you haven't watched Outlander, girl, it's every reader's fucking dream. Okay, if you like fantasy books at all, just please trust me. I shouldn't even have to explain anything to you. I think that if you've made it thus far, you should just trust my opinion, because you're clearly already walking that thin line of sanity with me. So I quite literally got 11 pages into this today, but I'm so excited to be reading Divine Rivals because everyone's been raving about it. It's literally like, how many pages? Only like 350 maybe? Which still sounds like a lot, but the font is like fairly big. and it just feels small. So hopefully I can get like maybe 100 pages in before I go to bed, because it's like 10 o'clock. And thanks to my Red Bull, I'm not ready to sleep. Good morning, guys. Today's Monday. Today's the last day of reading fantasy with me for a week. We're just gonna count Monday, even though it's technically 8 days. We don't care. And hopefully we finish this today. Even if we don't, I'll like try to do a little wrap up, but I'm sure that I can finish this, hopefully. Hello. So far, this is really good. Look at what it looks like without the cover on it. Yeah, but I'm enjoying this so far. It's giving like, I don't know, it's just so beautifully written, and like you can just feel all the feelings, but it's so simplistic at the same time. And like the relationship that's developing is just like unmatched, because it's just so like pure in a way. I don't even know. I don't want to spoil it, but I highly recommend. Good morning. We are getting close to the end. It's like almost 9 o'clock, I think. I don't even know. But we still have like 70 pages to go. I woke up with a headache from hell, like literally. So I couldn't do anything for like the first hour when I woke up. But I just ate some fruit and some toast with peanut butter. But this book already has my heart. Like, it's so cute and I love it so much. I have no words for like the vibes that it's giving me right now. Hopefully I'll be able to explain it better later, but it's just so cute. It's so cute. It's like just like, it's just so pure-hearted. Maybe that's what I'm looking for. But yeah. So I'm just gonna go upstairs and finish this. Not too much left, and then we can wrap up all the books that we have read this week. I feel like we had a really good week, so I'll talk to you later. I'm not okay. I can't even read anymore. I'm done. Y'all thought the other one hit me hard? I'm so tired of book talk recommending these heartbreaking, but I can't go on. Like, I can't. Y'all, I'm sobbing. Like, I'm ugly crying. Like, that's how heartbroken I feel at the moment. I don't know what's gonna happen. All I have to say is that I'm in pain, okay? I'm in mental turmoil. Rebecca. We're not cool, okay? We're not cool. I think I just felt things I've never felt before in my life. Oh, that's gonna be a hard one to get over. I'm gonna be in a book hangover for days, for weeks, for years. I think that was the most beautiful thing I've ever read in my entire life. Alright guys, I am done with my fantasy for a week challenge. I did go a little over a week because I finished my last book this morning. But that's okay. Who cares? It just matters that we did it, you know? So these are all the ones that I read. I'm still working on this one on audiobook, but this was what we did this week, and I am so proud of myself. I feel like it was a great week. So many great reads. It's ridiculous. So first off, I started my reread of Caraval, but I put it on audiobook because I I feel like I was like really familiar with the story already. There was just some things that I needed like reminders for, and I really wanted to reread the series before I read Once Upon a Broken Heart. So Caraval basically follows Scarlett and Donatella. They're twin sisters, and their father is abusive, to say the least. Like, we hate him. Jail. They grow up hearing stories about Caraval from their grandmother, and Caraval is just basically this, almost like a traveling circus, but it's a game where there's a treasure hunt, and it kind of changes every time they travel. But it's very hard to get invited or get tickets. It's like definitely for the wealthy. And Scarlett has been writing to Legend, the ringmaster of Caraval, for years. And then finally, she gets a response when she is about to get married. And needless to say, they end up in the games. But yeah, so if you want the vibes of like a carnival feel, like super magical, and it definitely, there are some twists in here. Like the world building and like just like I don't even know how she planned it. I couldn't have guessed anything that happened in this. And even the second time around, I didn't know what was going to happen, and I was still like, wow. So yeah, if you want some twists and you want good vibes, I recommend this one. So I think this time around, I give it 3 stars, but I have a feeling if I didn't already have so much love for this book, it might be a little less. But I also think I was already familiar with the story, so I didn't have much to be surprised by. So I don't know. Then I physically picked up Serpent and the Wings of Night. Oh my gosh, if you guys haven't picked this up yet, let's go. Get it immediately. This story basically follows Aurea. She was human that was saved by a vampire king named Vincent when she was super young. And so she's raised in a kingdom of vampires. Like, there's different houses because they have different powers. But she's taught from a young age, Vincent is like, everyone is out to kill you, okay? Trust no one. You don't get to enjoy being a child because everyone just wants to kill you. So that sucks, but there's basically like a Hunger Games type of game, except they're in phases and there's like breaks between them, but this game only happens every 200 years, and if you win, and yes, there's only one winner, you get a wish from Nyaxia, which is just basically like their goddess. Yeah, so she enters this game, gets there, she's surviving, you know, badass, we love her. And then a part of the game is you do have to team up with at least one person. And of course she would team up with the like sexiest vampire there could be in this game. So that's Rain. We love him. And yeah, needless to say, this was just like a super, you're just like into the world so fast. Like, there's not really that much world building. And you do get like little jumps in the past, like showing kind of how she grew up in this world and like what Vincent meant to her, because it is her like father. And I will say that those parts were getting me. Like, the relationships she was building throughout this book between different characters, it was just so good. Like, I was getting so invested and I didn't even realize it. And there was just so much action. Like, it was not too descriptive. It was like descriptive enough. And yeah, 10 out of 10. This was clearly a 5 stars. But yeah, so I definitely want to pick up. I have the second book, but I also have the novella, which some people have said you should read between them. So I think I might wait until that comes in and then read that and then go into the next one. Because I will say a lot happens at the end. When I got 50 pages to the end, I was fighting for my life, as you saw. And so, but it did like not leave on a cliffhanger. It kind of wrapped it up just a little bit so that you weren't like gonna die without the next book. So I think I might pick up that novella between the two. I picked up The House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. This is auto by author from now on. I think I've said that a gajillion times. And I just have to show you the pages every time I pick up this book, and I don't care how many times you've seen it or if you're tired of me. This was so good. This was so beautiful. I was so surprised by how much I really loved this book. I knew it would be a little different, but I just didn't think that it would hit me how hard it did. The writing in this was just beautiful, but it also felt so simplistic and like childlike. It almost felt like you were watching like a Disney movie, like now, like if you watch like Inside Out or something, you know how it just like tugs at your heartstrings with like, you get the moral now because you're older, but it's also still so enjoyable because it just like brings out the child in you. That is exactly how this felt. This felt like a adorable, freaking amazing Disney book, and it felt like a warm hug. That's the best way I have to describe it. Is just like felt like somebody was giving me a hug. And yeah, basically the story is about Linus, and he's a middle-aged man working his 9 to 5, getting that grind. Except it sucks. Yeah, everybody in that work environment, it's a very toxic work environment, and it's very like, you are your work and that is it, now leave kind of thing. It's scary. Yeah, so he's a caseworker for orphanages, but these orphanages are for magical children. So, yeah, and their number one rule is like, don't get attached. And he just basically goes to make sure things are safe, like if they need to be shut down for whatever reason, but they don't tell them a lot of things. Like, it's pointed out multiple times that he just does his job and no other questions asked. He's had this job for like 17 years. So yeah, needless to say, he's living a very boring life. He has no family. He has a cat. I love the cat. Oh, Calliope. Oh my gosh, the cutest cat name ever. Calliope's the cat. I don't know why that was so important to me to tell you, but now you know. Yeah, so it's just a man and his cat, you know, he's living his life. Just a very straightforward, boring life. And then upper management is like, no, we need to send you on this assignment because you're such a good employee, even though we've never expressed that to you. And we're going to send you to this orphanage that nobody knows about, high security, has like some shit out there, okay? So he gets sent out there and basically just has to spend a month with this family. They are a family. And yeah, so he just gets to spend time with the children. I won't tell you who they are just because I think it's nice to like learn about what they are. I liked going into this blind. But yeah, oh my god, the found family in this was so good. It just like, it felt amazing. And I know somebody told me that there is some controversy surrounded by this book. I don't know anything about it. I just know I enjoyed it and it was beautiful, and that's all I really care about. So yeah, I think you should read for sure. I gave that a 5 stars if you couldn't tell. But then I picked up Divine Rivals. This was better than expected. Like, literally, it did rip out my soul, as you just saw, but it was so good. So good. This follows Iris, and basically Iris, her brother went to war. There's a war going on between 2 gods, and everybody kind of picks a side because the humans have to fight before they, like, destroy their whole planet, basically. So, her older brother goes to war, and he's like, I'll write to you, and that never happens. So, basically, she gets on her typewriter, and she's writing him letters, and she keeps writing him letters, and they disappear. And she never knows why, and she never gets a reply until one day she does. And all that it says is, this is not Forest. And needless to say, there's going to be some back and forth with that. So, it's such a cute story, so pure-hearted. There's a freaking magic typewriter, more than one. And, yeah, and I loved the, like, war between the gods aspect was so, like, interesting to me, and it was like so cool, and everybody kind of has to pick a side, and I didn't know where the story was going, but let me tell you, it was not where it ended up. That is not what I thought was going to happen. But yeah, once I got to the last like 100 pages, I was crushed. Absolutely crushed. Rebecca, I need to have some words with you. We are friends, okay? We're cool. But only because you're making a second book. But we're still on the fence because it doesn't come out till April. But this, I highly recommend this book. I think everybody should read it. It was so beautifully written, and it, like, I have no better word except for, like, pure-hearted. I know I keep saying that, but that's just exactly how it feels. Like, the story is just so, not exactly lighthearted. There is some, like, deep topics in there, but just the way it goes about it. So, yeah, I won't tell you anything else just because I don't want to spoil it. All I know were the vibes in this were just fantastic. You have to go on TikTok and at least look up the aesthetic because it'll just give you the picture more than I can, because unfortunately I don't have a way with words like Miss Rebecca. So yeah, that. And then I did start my read of City of Bones. I either started this or only finished like the first one or two a long time ago, and I just never finished. So I got this on audiobook. I don't even know where I am in here, to be honest. Oh my gosh, the font is like, it's giving YA for sure. But I don't even know where I am in the book. All I know is I've been listening. I might be almost halfway, but I'm loving it because I need to get through this series because I really want to read the like tandem series that go with it. So yeah, needless to say, I really enjoyed reading fantasy for a week, like a lot. So I highly recommend doing this challenge if there's like a lot of fantasy reads you want to read. If you were interested in any of these, they were all great to me. Like some of the best reads I've had all year. Like it was such a great reading week. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching the reading vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment down below your favorite fantasy read or a fantasy that you can't wait to read. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.